Hey guys, never stopped hunting here today, and honestly, things have been crazy over the past like 6 months in Legends. So, the last Legends All-Star banner we got was at 31st of, I believe that's August. That's like more than 6 months ago, around 7 months ago, and we are looking at probably the last Legends All-Star we'll see for a while. They might revamp this banner or they might just get rid of it altogether, but I don't blame them. Legends All-Star is a terrible banner because if you take a quick look, they give 2 new units. I think, is there any new extremes? I don't think there's any new extremes on here, but look at all these sparkings. You have pretty much every sparking in the game you can get. Really not worth it, and then you don't even get new extremes. So it's 2 new sparkings with 1% rate of getting it, which isn't too bad, but still, out of the massive pool you got, you're just getting useless sparkings over and over. So I don't think this banner will come, but this is just like the start of the point I'm trying to get across. If we take a look at now the next banner after this one, this is it's been 2 weeks and we're getting the news banner. It was the LF final form cooler. He came out in the 14th of September. Okay, it shows the new extreme. It comes with Legend Limited and new extreme. Makes sense. Alright, we're used to that by now. Then we move on to 2 weeks later. The date here is wrong. It says it came out in December, but it came out a couple of weeks after the Coolers banner, as it was part of the Powerful Opponents campaign. And we got Ultra Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, and now we're getting into the section where, okay, we've got Ultra. It's the one before the New Year's and everything, and just take a look. September alone gave us both a Legends Limited and an Ultra. That's crazy amount of crystals you'll have to. Let's say you spend 20,000 and you pull him, and then 30,000 to pull him. That's 50,000 to maybe even get one copy of each. Like, it is crazy. Next, we then move on to October, the 19th of October. We get the Superhero collab, and that's a Legends Limited. Straight after the Ultra, we get a Legend Limited Beast Gohan, and you know everyone's gonna want to get him, so that's like another 20k spent to get all these units, all 3 of these. The best banner we got last year by far was this banner, like 3 new units. These 2 were good at the time. Piccolo fell off a bit, but Pan stayed there, and Beast is just ridiculous. So that's like around 70,000 crystals you will have to spend to like get a copy of him, the Ultra Body, and the Legend Limited cooler. Then we get to Legends Fest, and that's straight after Beast Gohan. It's been a while since then, but that's straight after Beast Gohan. We go into Legends Festival, and things do turn pretty crazy. The banners following the format where we get a Legends Limited and a new 1% sparking. I believe there was some 2 extremes as well, so it was a bit better than some hope, but people wanted 2 sparkings. But once again, to pull these lot and seeing how his Legends Fest, you'd probably go 30,000 crystals, get multiple copies, and get the others sparking and extremes as well. So that's 100k in the span of from September to November. We spend 100k to just get those. Like, I'm just being fairly reasonable, saying you have pretty dreadful luck, but you can also have really good luck getting it in 20,000, because I know for a fact some people go 40,000 without pulling them. Like that is stupidly unlucky. So I'd say around 20,000, 30,000, especially for Legends Fest, is a good place to be at. But once again, we then move on to the next part 2 of the Legends Fest, where it's a LF once again, and this is like a couple weeks, I think maybe 2 or 3 weeks after this one. So you probably don't have a lot of CC. You have 20,000. You most likely will just get 1 copy of them, 1 copy of the new Zamasu, maybe even not any of the new extremes, because I didn't get any from that amount. It's ridiculous. So that's 120,000. Then we move on to the Ultra that was released a couple weeks after that one. So in the span of like 6 weeks, we've had 2 LFs and an Ultra. And on Ultra Gogeta, you're going like crazy. You're gonna do that 30,000. It's an Ultra. If you are expecting to pull at least 1 copy of an Ultra, you have to be determined to put 30,000 crystals into the banner, unless you are really lucky, which in some cases you can be. You will get him quickly, but I know most of my Ultra banners have taken 30,000 crystals to get one copy, and luckily the latest one I did well, but Ultra Gogeta Blue was pretty painful as well. So that's another 30k. We're at 150,000. So from September to the end of December, we have spent 150,000 crystals, and seeing how the player base is literally getting probably each month around 6,000 crystals, you can see where the issue is, where I'm saying you need at least 20,000 on LF banners and 30,000 on ultras. Being given that much is not too good. And then we come to January, where we get the first LF of the year, and of course it's a new Android 17 who was showcased really badly in the Legends reveals, and I don't even think it's over reveals and stuff. They just showed the new unit, so yeah, that was pretty bad of them, but he is really good. And once again, 20,000 crystals, you go to 170k, following the same format of no 1% sparking since the Legends Festival celebration, and it will only be during celebrations where we get it. If it follows that sort of format, it's going to stick to this LF and that. So the amount of 1% sparkings we are getting are going to significantly drop, considering it's just LFs and ultras over and over again, like absolutely ridiculous. And then we come to the most recent banner, the Ultra hit. I was fairly lucky, I got him on my second multi, so that's fantastic, but most people were pretty crazy on this banner. 30,000, it was ridiculous. That takes us to what, another 200k. So pretty much every few months you're spending 100k if you want to get all these units on every single banner. Of course, the smart thing to do would be, if you are a powerful opponent user, summon for this, summon for this, don't 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 summon for this, summon for him. Powerful opponents makes sense. If you are movies, this makes sense. All the these two make sense as well. The Gogeta Blue makes sense, and that's it. Like, you have to pick and choose what you want to do. It's crazy trying to do everything. It's like, I don't know how free to play players do it. It's gone ridiculous. So if we continue this format that we've seen over the past half a year, we're going to get to a position where it's LF Ultra, LF Ultra, and that is going to keep on happening. Well, this is what we've seen here. It's even been faster, where we got Ultra into LF into an Ultra. If it follows the pattern of LF Ultra, we are gonna be needing so much CC every month, because we got him, look, the 31st of January, 2 weeks after the LF Android 17's release. Like, in 2 weeks you could, maybe I was a bit short on how much you get a month. Maybe it's closer to around 10,000, because I feel like I could get like around 5,000 in 2 weeks, doing all your PvP stuff, all your missions, all the events and everything. They are being more generous with the events, and hopefully they continue to give better events. But this is going to be nuts. I feel like we're going down a hill where it's just going to be crazy banners every single month. We're going to have to hope and pray that within the short amount of crystals we have, we are able to get it. Like, let's say you do get that 10,000 each month. Let's hope every single time 5,000 in the LF banner, 5,000 in the Ultra banner, and you are lucky enough to pull both. It is very, very tough to pull them, and I doubt that's the case, because the rarity of new Ultras are 0.35 and new LFs, I believe, are 0.5. It's the same as just LFs on featured ones. But yeah, the rates are low. I'm just thinking, it's crazy, man. I feel like the past 6 months I've spent so much crystals, because I'm a player who, I just want every unit. I don't care if I've got 14 starred, I don't care if I've got 2 starred. I just want the unit so I could use them, showcase them to you guys, and just see how much fun the unit is. And honestly, with how it is, it's crazy. We can't have LF Ultra. They need to revamp this to make it just better. Make Legends All-Star a banner that has Ultras as featured, LFs as featured, that will make its value skyrocket, because you are then able to think, okay, I want to summon for these new units. You don't care, like most of these you don't care, but a few of them you do, like Beerus, Golden Angel Freezer, the Revival Freezer, some of these other units for good Z abilities. But other than that, you're not really summoning for them. You want the new units, and for there to be ultras and LFs on the featured tab of Legends All-Star would make the value skyrocket, probably quadruple in value, because we've never had it so that we've had a banner with just an ultra as a featured. It's always been a new ultra drops and that's it. Then the banner returns or something, and it's just going to be the same format of one ultra. There's always only one ultra. If we ever get a banner where multiple ultras are in the banner, that's going to be insane. The value of that banner is going to be ridiculous. It's going to make you think, okay, I have a 0.35% chance of putting Idrot from, but it's still like, let's say Ultra Gogeta Blue was on this banner and I pull Ultra Gogeta Blue. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to be like, if I have a pulled hit, I'm going to be like, it could have been hit. But I'm not going to be like, don't give me the Ultra Gogeta Blue instead. And then you are going to be pretty happy over that. So I feel like that's the way to bring Legends also back. But I just think it's ridiculous. In the past 6 months, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LF banners and 3 Ultra banners. That is 8 units that have ridiculous value in the metas, especially at the time they are released, and will most likely be in the game for a very long time. So you want to summon for 8 units in 8 months or 6 months and just hope you get it, but it's just going crazy. I wonder when they introduce Ultra Legends limited units, like that is insane, because you have to remember Ultra is a rarity. It's Hero, Extreme, Sparking and Ultra. So Legends limiteds are Sparkings. Sparking units can be Legends limited, so of course Ultra units could be Legends limited. They might even bring something completely new for Ultras, considering how valuable Ultras are. Like when Ultras release, they get top 5 instantaneously. I don't think there's ever been a release of an Ultra where they haven't been the top in the meta. Like most likely top 3. A lot of them tend to be top 3. Sometimes they are just top 5, but it's either top 5, top 3 or the best in the game, and it is crazy. So Ultra Legends Limited or whatever they do with it will be ridiculous. I feel like that will make it so that we have a new level of power creep, even crazier than the power creep we've got at the moment. It's gonna be stupid. Like this next 6 months is gonna be wild. I wonder what they'll do if they continue down this LF Ultra Rising each month road, if they revamp this, if they make it return for some reason. Like hopefully they never do, because this is horrendous. If they do, it can't be 1% sparkings. They need to be at least 5%, because the pull rate for them is ridiculous, or they need to be on step up banners. So I think I've given all my points. I don't need to say anything else. I just think Legends needs to slow down just a bit on the releases they're doing. Like this Ultra hit was one of the most surprising reveals we've ever had. Like when no one was expecting an Ultra, no one was expecting hit. If anyone had come out with Ultra hit as a guess, it wasn't like they thought, yeah, we're getting an Ultra and it's going to be hit. They might have said it could have been hit, but they would have expected it to be Ultra. So this is just insane. The next 6 months are going to be wild, maybe as wild as the last 6 months or even wilder. I don't know, but let me know in the comment section below what you think about this. And other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. Obviously more than you to subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.